Muskegon. Van Blaricom now to the far side corner off the top of the glass. Fresh line out for the Lumberjacks. It's Deputy's unit with Ryabkin and Lawrence, Veo and Lance. Taken away from pace. Deputy to the near side for Ryabkin. Into the offensive zone, near side corner. Him and McEwen come together. Ryabkin for Lawrence, near side, kicked away by the netminder Fedorov. Far side corner. Bodie Leyland to the middle of the ice, finds the stick of Ilya Morozov, and he carries the offensive zone, but offside. And our first stoppage of the game comes with 18:39 showing on the center hung scoreboard. Face off on the near side of the neutral zone, won by Ryabkin and centered for Lawrence. Chipped into the far side corner. Carmelo Crandell, the first one on it, leaves off for Leyland, and now here comes Nolan Rode. Crisscrosses with his line mate, Reese Wallen, and sends into the far side. Camo coin on it for Muskegon. Taken by Rode, but regained by Deputy. Chipped down the far side wall, but Tri-City technically not allowed to change on the play. It's Rode across from Van Blaricom, won back by MVB, but forced out by Wallen. He'll lead the rush and send it deep. Here's Stephen Peck behind the net. Off for Aucoin. Curling away from Wallen, across the way for Toll. Chipped high in the air down the ice. Looking to win the race, Van Blaricom. He negates the icing. Gets it behind the net. MVB, near side Stepanik. In the corner, up the wall to Aucoin. Fired back to the corner for Van Blaricom. Poked away by McEwen. Here's Ivan Ryabkin. Now Leyland. Boney Leyland, dad and assistant coach at St. Thomas, where Boney will play his college hockey in the NCHC. But here comes Wallen to the offensive zone. Far side hash marks. Fired off the shin pad of Aucoin and all the way down into the Tri-City zone for Landon Fandel to receive. This Sioux Falls native committed to play his college hockey in his hometown at Augustana. Danny Clare's ahead for Ryabkin, centered and taken away by Leyland. Lawrence, the first one on it, far side. Picked up by LePay and played to the neutral zone where Bauer Berry sends it back in. Morozov and Deputy in the face-off circle, one back by the Lumberjack centerman. Here's Deputy behind the net, plays off for Danny Clare's near side. Clare's centers for Lawrence, knocked out of the air. Tynan Lawrence leaves off for Ryabkin. To the near side, Deputy. Over the center ice logo across the way, here's Bauer Berry. Fires off the back wall. Woke, taken away by Lawrence. Popped out for Deputy, forced on net. Ryabkin near side, looks to tuck it in the post. He finds Lawrence, fired on, he scores! They call it a goal on the ice. It's tied into Lawrence. And the Lumberjacks, they lead 2-0. Well, they're going to take a look at it for sure. They're going to go to a video review. The net was coming off its moorings. The puck, by the path that it took across the goal line, would have gone to the back of the net. So we'll see what decision they make. You see Deputy, a good opportunity. It comes to Ryabkin near side on the MLive replay, just unable to pull it back in front of the goal line, but he finds Tynan Lawrence, and the net was pushed off. It did come off its moorings before the puck crossed the goal line. I don't know if that's going to negate the goal for Tynan Lawrence or not. But what I can tell you, that is if it stands, it's his 16th of the season, 34th total point. So we'll see how long they take to look at it. As it stands right now, the call on the ice is a good goal. It's 2-0 Lumberjacks. You need to have clear-cut, definitive evidence to overturn the call. They call it a good goal, and Tynan Lawrence makes it 2-0 Muskegon. He was riding an 11-game point streak heading into the weekend. He didn't get a point last night. That just means tonight was a good opportunity to start a new one. And it does it in the first period. His 16th goal of the season. You see on the behind-the-net camera, a scrum out in front. Watch Ivan Ryabkin able to get it to Lawrence on the near side. So he pushes it down to the corner. It's held up at the hash marks by Woke. And now Morozov goes down for Bonkowski. Here comes Morozov. He'll lead the rush. To the near side. Kicks out for Woke. Pushes back for Morozov and around the wall to Bonkowski, far side of the blue line. Here's pace for Morozov behind the net. Taken by Clares, regained by the Storm. Bonkowski centers out for pace, poked away by Ryabkin. Deputy goes ahead for Lawrence. Tynan Lawrence, a nifty move to the offensive zone. Looks back door, Ryabkin, he scores! Oh, a nice move in the neutral zone by Tynan Lawrence, and a pretty finish in tight by Ivan Ryabkin. And the Lumberjacks, they lead 3-0. It's a great headman up to Lawrence. It was almost like he fumbled the puck, but look at this move between his own legs behind the back, and then a beautiful little saucer pass to Ryabkin. Forehand to his backhand. And the Lumberjacks, they make it 3-0 with 5:36 to go in the first period. He's replaced by Morozov's unit with Pace and Doms across from Ryabkin, Lawrence, and Deputy. Here's Clares near side of his own zone across the way for Lawrence. Met by Bonkowski. Pushes down the wall. Is taken by Morozov. Hard physical check from Ryabkin. Now Doms up the near side for Woke. Taken away by Lawrence, but pushed deep by Pace. Here's Bauer-Berry. Cycled for Ivan Ryabkin. Lawrence in his own zone up the middle of the ice. Here comes Danny Clares. Poked off his stick by the defenseman McEwen. And Stephen Peck behind his own net leaves off for Bauer-Berry. Far side half wall, out for wall, and looks back door. Crandell was tangled up with Berry, didn't know the pass was coming to him. Now on the near side, here is David Deputy. Ryabkin with Deputy and Lawrence for the Lumberjacks. Springer with Yelm and Bloomer for the Storm. It's carried up the near side by Bonkowski. He'll lead the rush in the offensive zone. 60 seconds to go in the period. Lawrence for Berry, far side. Chipped down the ice. It's picked up by Woke in the neutral zone. Pressured by Ryabkin, plays up the near side. Springer poked away by Lawrence. Hard check near side. Bloomer and Ryabkin go at it with each other while Berry looks to clear the zone and does. Here comes Deputy alongside Lawrence. Sent in, Deputy the first one on it, far side corner. Ryabkin drops down to help out. It comes to the near side for Ashton Doms. Played down the ice. Pace gets it below the goal line. For it. Fans on his initial D-to-D pass. Now fires it and gets it back from the far side. Sent in by Bloomer. They'll say he did not get a piece of it. Morozov across from Ryabkin on the near side circle. Won by Morozov. Sent down the ice by Leyland. It's a race for possession, won by Bloomer. And negates the icing, and on the far side, here's Ashton Doms. Sends it back behind the net for Morozov. To the near side of the blue line for Leyland. His shot blocked in traffic. That was Ivan Ryabkin in the shooting lane. Now McEwen's shot blocked as well. Deputy gets a stick on it. Looks to clear the zone and does. 2-on-1 rush, though defended well by McEwen. It's played to Leyland near side and pushed down for Morozov. Working on Aucoin and Lawrence. Forced down to the corner. Morozov poked away by Lawrence and out of play. So the face-off will stay in the Jack zone. Minute and 46 seconds, something ridiculous of 5-on-3 penalty time. And the Lumberjacks, they kill off all of it. But now here comes Springer to the offensive zone. Poked away by Bauer-Berry. Ryabkin fresh on the ice with Lawrence and Deputy. The puck goes all the way down, and Fedorov receives it in his own zone. Wrapped to the near side and down the ice. It won't be an icing. Springer negates it. They call it icing, though Springer had won the race. Springer across from Ryabkin. Yelman Nolan up top alongside Springer. Deputy and Lawrence with Ryabkin. One back by the Lumberjack centerman. Here's Deputy far side. Chips high in the air, giving chase. Ryabkin to the near side. Met by Leyland, leaves off for Lawrence. It comes up towards Toll and pushed back down low. Leyland behind the net, reverses for McEwen. Ryabkin, a huge check on Leyland. While it comes up the near side, arm the official back up in the air. Here's Yelm, looks out in front as Toll touches up. Ryabkin's gonna go to the box for interference. Out of the box comes Ryabkin. Bloomer blows a tire in the corner. Clares clears the puck up the wall. It's sent back down low, and now on the near side, here's Jack Christ. Up the wall for Deputy. Ahead for Ryabkin. Ivan looks for Chris, though the Jacks are offside, so they'll take the opportunity to continue the line change. They send out Klee's unit with Lawrence, Deputy, Veo, and Ryabkin. 10:53 to go in the second period. David Klee leans in for the draw across from Nolan Road. Lawrence inside, Deputy outside, Ryabkin and Veo on the blue line. One by Road. Here's Lawrence down to the corner with it. For Deputy on the wall. Up top for Veo and across the way, Ryabkin. Big one-timer and a big rebound. Comes out to Lepay. He clears the zone. Veo keeps it close. Deputy back in. Looks for Klee. Carries down low to the far side corner. Here's Lawrence. Curls up to the top of the zone. Tynan Lawrence back to Ryabkin. Far side half wall. Ryabkin down low for Klee. It comes to Lawrence. Tough angle. The bouncing puck pushed on net. Comes up to Ryabkin. The goalie's stick is up at the top of the circle while Nolan Road carries the puck down the ice. Across the way, Lepay gets it to the offensive zone. He's met by Lawrence. Halfway through the period, just about halfway through the power play. Taken away by Road. Looks in on Peck. Fires. He scores. A shorthanded goal for Nolan Road. And it's a one-goal game with 9:58 to go in the second. The power play just broke down in the Lumberjacks zone. Played here last year and now game number 42 this season in a Lumberjacks uniform. Here's Ryabkin. He sends it down low for Deputy. Near side Klee. It's picked up by Morozov. Looking to clear the zone. He's knocked down. The arm of the official goes in the air. Kalanick not too far behind. He'll get an assist on it. That's another point for Jack Kalanick, who is slowly but surely possibly on his way to another USHL Forward of the Week award. Peck leaves play continuing with Aucoin. Crandell, far side corner, takes it away. Up to the blue line for McEwen, to the near side for Leyland. Now Wallen gives it back to him down in the corner. Leyland out in front for Raid. Peck makes the save. Face off far side. Ryabkin now along with Lawrence and Stewart. Barry and Toll. Face off. One back by Ryabkin. Barry sends it in. Fedorov forced to make the save. And you get an offensive zone face-off when you know you have good face-off takers on your team. Ryabkin wins it back. So Woke tapped it away from Stewart. Yelm blows a tire at the red line, and Stewart chases to the offensive zone. Joined by Ryabkin. Taken away. Ryabkin off his backhand, shut down. Here's Tynan Lawrence. Far side corner. Met by Bonkowski. Springer in the vicinity as well. It's Stewart and Lawrence for the Lumberjacks. Here's Bonkowski. Up ahead to the neutral zone. Taken by Toll. He's knocked down. Arm the official stays down. Well, here's Bauer Berry. Ahead for Ivan Ryabkin. Centered to the neutral zone. Here's Stewart battling for it. Berry joins the effort as well. Tynan Lawrence takes the puck up the ice. Chips to the far side corner. Pushes behind the net. Leyland met by Lawrence. Plays to the far side for Woke. He's pinned against the wall by Tynan Lawrence with 1:14 to go in the period. Doms looks to clear it and does. Veo shades over to send it back in. Here's Morozov. Here comes MVB. The offensive zone. Toe drag to a shot. It knocks the stick out of the hands of Woke. The cycle intended for him. He's got to play it with his feet. Up the wall for pace. Deputy in the area, joined by Lawrence. It comes up to Ryabkin. Fakes the shot. Bauer Berry, a big one-timer. Rebound to Lawrence. He carries up the near side wall and curls back down it. Lawrence protecting the puck, leaves off for Deputy. David Deputy across the blue line, leaves off for Ryabkin. Back to Deputy. His one-timer blocked out of the direction of the net and down the ice for Danny Claris to give chase on. It's back in with Lawrence. Back out in front. Veo joined the effort, but it wouldn't go. It was poked away by Fedorov. Now Fandel up the far side. Veo up to Ryabkin. Down low for Deputy. Here's Lawrence in the corner. Tynan Lawrence. Off for Ivan Ryabkin. Near side of the blue line to the wall for Lawrence. Down to the corner for Deputy. Up to the blue line. He walks to the middle on his backhand. Poked off his stick by Ziski. He'll get off for a change, and Ivan Ryabkin comes back in. He finds Veo. Xavier fires off the backside of Fandel. Lawrence gets it far side. To the middle of the ice for Deputy. Backdoor Ryabkin, one-timer turned aside. A beautiful save from Fedorov on one of the most dangerous shooters in the USHL, alone in front. Now here's Clares off the glass, down the ice. Woke to the far side, gains the red line. Now the offensive zone, fires, deflected wide by Veo. The rebound turned aside by Peck. And now Bonkowski across the pace. His shot deflected wide by Nestrasil. Up top to Woke. Vaslov lays a check. It's played to the far side corner. Here's Tynan Lawrence. Chipped high in the air down the ice. Here's Berry. Backwards for Clares and ahead for Lawrence. It's picked up by Whitfield. First shift we've seen him out for. Here's Deputy to the near side, taken away by Elm. Bloomer near side. Cuts across the far side, intercepted by Aucoin. Deputy to Ryabkin with 11:55 to go in regulation. Left off for Veo, and now Deputy gets it deep. Here's Fandel. Pressured by Lawrence, plays behind the net to the near side. Hard check in the corner. Whitfield plays up to Morozhev. Taken back by Lawrence in the offensive zone. Hurls down the wall, showing off his hands. He's knocked down by Whitfield. Takes a bit of an extra whack. And it's back with Aucoin in his own zone. He gets it in the far side corner, but it's regained by Paul Bloomer. Here's Bonkowski. Lawrence, Deputy, and Ryabkin on the ice for the Lumberjacks. All three guys have goals tonight. Here's Yelm, met by Ryabkin, enters the offensive zone. Near side, chips into the corner and behind the net. Now on the far side, Bauer-Berry up the wall. It's kept in at the blue line. Carried down the wall by Leyland. McEwen fires wide of the cage. Leyland gets it back, far side half wall. A pass for Pilgrim goes to the neutral zone, and it's taken by David Deputy. Played across the way for Lawrence. Down behind the net, Lawrence colliding with Pilgrim, takes possession to the far side corner. To the blue line for Veo. Near side Clares. He fires high the cage. Lawrence gets it back on the far side. Ryabkin lays a check on to Pardew. Puck comes back to Veo. His shot redirected, and it's swallowed up and held onto by Fedorov with 7:05 to go in regulation. We mentioned you're wanting to pay attention for the Lumberjacks. Over the red line, chip to the near side. Here's Fandel up the near side wall. Sanderson meets the puck. He takes a check but keeps it down in the corner. Carter Sanderson now met by Rode behind the net. Off for Ivan Ryabkin. Fired off the pad of the netminder. Sanderson fires. Another rebound comes up. Jake Toll takes it down to the corner. Looks for and has Nestrasil. It's played up to Lawrence. Veo, one-timer, snaps the stick. Is taken by Wallen and chipped down the ice. Icing is waved off as it's on Stephen Peck. That is the fourth broken stick tonight for the Lumberjacks. Here comes Tynan Lawrence. Over the red line, now the blue to the offensive zone. Chips and chases. Met by Bonkowski. Taken by Woke. Aucoin, a hard one-timer, goes wide. Clares drops down to keep it in and does. Met by Doms. Ryabkin battles forward in the corner. Bonkowski now. Taken away by Lawrence. Pinned against the wall, Tynan Lawrence works his way up towards the blue line. Looks to cycle it back down low, but Ashton Doms clears the zone. Aucoin gets it far side, sends in onto the netminder. Bonkowski behind the net. Looks at his options. A stretch pass off of the stick of pace, taken by Doms behind the net. Doms, far side, forced to the corner by Clares. Now Ryabkin off the glass and down the ice, and icing is called against the Lumberjacks. It's Ryabkin with Burrs, Collins, and Christ. Aucoin and Clares. Ryabkin leans in for the draw. Wins it to the outside. Bloomer takes it up to the blue line. Leyland fires, deflected wide. It was Springer in the shooting lane. Now here's McEwen. Across to Leyland. Top of the circle, a nice move. Still has it, fired but blocked. Here's McEwen now. Down for Yelm. Hard check from Ivan Ryabkin. Arm of the official goes up in the air. Bloomer goes after him. Here's McEwen at the blue line. McEwen poked away by Crest out of the zone. Arm of the official goes up in the air. Ryabkin's going to go to the box for boarding. Face off, one back by Lawrence. Here's Veo. Down for Deputy. David Deputy up top for Veo. Near side Ryabkin. Big one-timer, he scores! Ivan Ryabkin A beauty of a shot from the near side, and the Lumberjacks, they lead 6-5. Well, it didn't take long. Take a look at the M-Live replay. Face-off won back by Lawrence. Veo to Ryabkin. Big one-timer into the back of the net, and the Lumberjacks, they lead 6-5. Icing is waved off. Play continues, and the Lumberjacks pick up the win. 6-5, they survive.